one game away. Blow up. We're playing for something, man. We're playing for something. Just gotta mean something to you. They gotta mean something. Everything you got. Let's finish this.
Do it, fellas.
Let's go.
Let's do it, fellas.
Finish 2-3. 1, 2, 3. Finish.
Cashing in, say, the way Liv did, well, that's like winning the lottery, isn't it? And I don't need to win the lottery because I work my ass off every week for a paycheck.
You ready to make history? Come on now. Yeah. You know, there's these two words. And when I say them, people get goosebumps because they know what happens next. So without further ado, free smoke. Look, scared cause I'm drowning in silence with bad thoughts. These days I don't have nothing to say, man, the bag talks. I put in headphones on my driver. Pull up to the spot and give a good dick and Godiva. I can't lie, I'm uninspired. No more pillow talking about nonsense. I only stick around to put some band-aids on my conscience. I don't know why I feel so bad, nigga. That's what we do, no foundation. We don't build no more, we just screw. Half a bottle of Henny, girl, I'm going with the wind. The same niggas say they happy for me, ain't want me to win. So I'm done on my friends. Don't need help popping Coronas and reminiscing. I just call up Big Bro J and say it's time for venting. If I live forever, I hold this hate for some centuries. You don't know how much or how you doing what it meant to me, but motherfuck all that. I don't even offer up the time to make the call back. Stupid Lodo, if they don't get the picture now, man, I crop them out of the photo. I can't relate to my peers. Been doing this shit for years. I'm motivated by fears. I took the wheel and I steer. My sound not dictated by fuck boys in Atlanta. Stay gifted like this album was ghost written by Santa Bars forever, like they decided to throw me under Slammer. Every song's a hit like they picture me underhanders. I could drop 1,000,000 songs, but they never gon' understand us. Soapbox sermons for niggas never giving chances. Fight our whole lives to get these weak ass advances. Work twice as hard for the shit that they getting handed. And this ain't even nothing we chose, nigga, we branded. Still can't tell why all of these niggas mad at me. I'm trying to get 100 so I can put my team on salary. Give it all to the art, man, I turn my life to a gallery. Man, damn, what a fucked up masterpiece. 1,100 shots and I swear, man, I felt them all. If we ain't even good on our blocks, man, who can we call? Pre-decline state of mind, we broke crabs in the barrel. Got us fighting our folk, man, this shit just a life of peril.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, him, hers, he, she's, they, thems, everybody under that umbrella. Welcome to Wrestling with Saint. I have not done a Wrestling with Saint show in a minute because, listen, I just don't enjoy the WWE right now, bro. And I'm not going to sit on here and be bitching and complaining about WWE the whole time. I'm just not going to do that. I just rather not watch the shows and not make shows about it. Point blank, period. But I did watch Money in the Bank tonight. And while I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I completely enjoyed it, there's some things that happened that I'd like to talk about. Now, obviously, if you watch me recap any type of WWE show, you know I'm not going to tell you every single thing that happened in the match. But I am going to talk about I am spoiling every match by telling you the winner. I want you to be able to go and watch the match and be able to see all the different type of things that happen in the match without that being ruined. But I am going to ruin the results. So to kick off the show, you had the men's Money in the Bank. Damian Priest won this match. And I'm so happy that Damian Priest won this match because with everybody in this match, I didn't know who was going to win this match, to be completely honest with you, because it really wasn't. When you look at the people in this match, Ricochet, Logan Paul, LA Knight, Shinsuke Nakamura, Butch, you know, it was a lot of people in this match who, when you say, I don't really know who wins this match. That wasn't really the case for me. I knew exactly who needed to win this match. Damian Priest. Because I don't understand what's happened to the Judgment Day over the last couple months since Triple H took over booking. And listen, this is one of the biggest reasons I don't really watch WWE right now. I don't enjoy Triple H booking. Now, the crowd might enjoy Triple H booking because he get a crowd exactly what they want when they want it without hesitation, aside from when it comes to the Roman Reigns storyline, because that seemed to be the only storyline where he actually cared about consistency in the storytelling. But aside from that, and also that wasn't even his baby to start with. That was Vince McMahon. So neither here nor there. But to start the show, Damian Priest did get the win. And I'm so happy that Damian Priest got this win, because while I'm still not a fan of how they have had Damian Priest wrestle and presented him in the Judgment Day, And I'm not a fan of what they've done to the Judgment Day over the last couple months anyways, based off of what they should have been doing to the Judgment Day. Nonetheless, this was a huge win. Now, I'm gonna have a Judgment Day segment towards the end of the show. I'm not done talking about Damian Priest. I will get back to Damian Priest, but in order for me to talk about Damian Priest the way I want to talk about Damian Priest, I'd have to spoil another match that I'm not ready to spoil yet. So I'm going to save Damian Priest, but when I get to that match, I will come back and talk about Damian Priest. However, I do want to say this about this match. I thought Damian Priest broke his ribs. He took a bump from Logan Paul in this match. You got to go see it, bro. It was such a stiff type of bump. I thought one of them might have cracked the rib. Shout out to Logan Paul, who continue to amaze me every time he step into the WWE ring. I truly don't understand why people hate this dude so much. I don't understand why people say, oh, you know, I hate part-time wrestlers when most of you motherfuckers couldn't do this part-time, let alone full-time. You look at a dude like Logan Paul, and I hear so many people say, well, he just take from the WWE, as if he's given nothing back, like his time, his effort, his appreciation. He put the wrestlers on his platforms where he is a huge YouTube sensation. So listen, I don't watch Logan Paul, but I know a lot of people out there who do. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't get the Logan Paul hate. He was the other person who I thought could have won this match legitimately because, listen, I'm a WWE fan. I'm not one of those bozos who feel like only people who wrestle good in the ring should win matches. That's absolutely ridiculous to me. Especially when I consider most of the dudes who have a great moveset seem to only put that moveset on repeat in the same order most of the time, and all their matches end up looking the same, and I'm never going to be a fan of that. However, I'm so happy that Damian Priest won this match, and now I want to get to this next match, because I got some shit to say about this next match, man. The women's championships was on the line, the WWE women's tag team championships, and they unified because Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey won these championships, and they was facing Raquel and Liv Morgan coming back. And this is one of the prime reasons I stopped watching WWE right now, because of just jackass booking like this. What sense does it make? And I'm finna spoil this match. Ronda Rousey, as she was about to win this match, I think, Shayna Baszler turned on her. What sense does it make turning Shayna? I don't even know if you consider it turning Shayna heel, because both of them were already heels. So I'll never understand having a heel turn heel against another heel, especially because Ronda didn't treat Shayna like shit. And on top of that, Ronda has at every single step of the way looked out for Shayna, if anything. And if you truly, this would be turning Shayna heel if you look at everything else. But on top of that, nobody is cheering Ronda, bro. They done made up their mind that, like Logan Paul, Ronda don't belong here, which I hate that the WWE crowd is so entitled and feel like they get to make the decisions, and that WWE fans just continue to, personnel continue to empower them and wrestlers. But what sense did it make doing this? Nobody's going to cheer for Ronda as a babyface. People are already started cheering for Shayna. How deep does Triple H's does his love run for Liv Morgan and Raquel? And what is going on with the disrespect to this tag team championships? I'm starting to see why Sasha Banks said, I got to get the fuck up out of here. Because, to be quite frank with you, it has not been a dominant women's tag team champion since Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, where they was on the same page and they dominated. That could have been what Ronda Rousey and Shayna were just now. They could have restored respect to this division. Instead, what you decide to do is have Shayna turn heel, have this obsession that you have with Liv Morgan and Raquel run rampant, and put the titles back on them. So now you playing hot potato with the titles. And something that the WWE at this moment did not need, a Ronda v Shayna story. Now you just pop that out of the fucking blue. So let me get this straight. Shayna and Ronda hold the titles for what, a couple weeks. Before that, you had Becky and Lita. Before that, Damage Control. Before that, I mean, like, come on, bro. What are you doing? And fans eat this shit up. Because instead of fans caring about, see, this is my problem. If you was truly a fan of this, you would have a problem with this type of booking. Because this makes no sense. What in the God? See, you hate Austin Theory. But please tell me what Raquel and Shane, and Liv have done. That where they deserve so much more than what Austin Theory has gotten. Because that's where I'm at. Y'all keep deciding in y'all heads who deserve what and who don't deserve this and that, rather than just caring about story and booking. Which, if you cared about that, that's where everything it would make everything so much better, and you could determine if it's a good story or if it's a bad story, and then we could go from there. Y'all don't care about that. Y'all in y'all head done decided. And I hate to do this to Raquel. You just like Liv. Liv don't do really nothing special in the ring. She not some great personality that, you know, this weird obsession that y'all have where it's any white girl that look good to y'all back, y'all cheer for. Is plain and simple. Until she do something to make y'all not like her. And that's Liv Morgan at the moment. So y'all going to continuously cheer her. Even though she don't deserve more than any other woman who worked just as hard. But that's how y'all make it seem. So instead of being upset about ridiculous booking like this, you cheer for it because at least Ronda don't have the title no more. And I can't understand that because much like I said about Logan Paul, you continue to tell me Ronda don't belong. She come from a different company, this and that. So what? She here every week, putting in work, not half-assing it. Like I'm so baffled and confused how so many of the white WWE fans get to decide who belong, who don't belong, who deserve this, who don't deserve. Like one of the most irritating chants I hear on a regular basis in WWE is "you deserve it." I think that's one of the most entitled, arrogant chants. And there's so many other racist terms for that chant that I want to say. Who are you to dictate that you deserve it, bro? Like, cause it'd be so much different if I felt like it was a real heartfelt type of thing. It don't feel like it's that. It feel like the crowd chant that for themselves. Like you finally gave us the person who we wanted. We deserve it, but we gonna say you deserve it because we've been rooting for you. Because if you truly felt that way, every single time somebody won, you would say they deserve it. Because you don't know how hard it was for them to get to these moments. You don't know how hard it was for them to get to the WWE and all the different type of sacrifices they made. But you don't do that. You chant you deserve it when you feel as though you think they deserve it. When you feel like you've been invested enough to say that. That's why you chant for John Cena tonight instead of chanting John Cena sucks. Because John Cena can take nothing else from you. Back in the day, everybody you liked, you felt like John Cena was holding back. But now you know John Cena not there on a regular basis, so you cheer for him. You even allow him to shit on dudes who giving you their time and effort right now in Austin Theory. And you say he don't deserve it also. Fans is the biggest heels in WWE history. Like Rick Grimes once said, we are the Walking Dead. Point blank period. But I'm not interested to see where this story go with Shayna and Ronda. I'm very irritated by it. I'm not going to lie to you. As soon as that shit happened, I said I replayed it because I had to make sure I wasn't tripping. And I literally let out a Triple H fucking booking, man. Like, my goodness, bro. And if you enjoy that, kudos to you, bro. If you legitimately enjoyed that, kudos to you. But that was garbage. I don't understand this obsession with Liv Morgan. I really don't. To put the titles back on them two makes no sense to me. It's other women in these divisions who work just as hard as Liv Morgan, who have not been given an opportunity. And you hated Vince McMahon when you felt he did that to certain people but you cheer for Triple H when he do it because you happen to like the people he do it to. So you don't care truly about equality. You truly don't care about fairness. You care when your itch is scratched. And that's one of my irritations, one of my many irritations with the WWE universe. But the next match we go to, Gunther took on Matt Riddle for the Intercontinental Championship. This wasn't too much. Gunther ended up making Matt Riddle tap to an Achilles lock. I think Gunther is an absolute stud. I absolutely love where Gunther has been, where he came from, where he is now, the shape that he got into, the Ring General character, Imperium. Like, I just love everything about Gunther. I think Gunther is one of the best champions in recent memory. I do think he done made the Intercontinental Championship feel important again. He done made the Intercontinental Championship feel like a legitimate title again. To be completely honest with you, I think that the Intercontinental Championship is the second most important title behind the title that Roman Reigns holds. And I'll talk about why I feel like that when I get to Seth Rollins' match in a minute. But to see Gunther have so many, like, this was one of the few matches that didn't go for a long time with Gunther. But Gunther done had a lot of great feuds throughout this run. He done had a lot of great matches throughout this run. And he done got, you can see Gunther's improvement more and more. And that's one of the things I don't mind too much. When you get ready to take a title off of somebody like Gunther, because it could be possible that they finna take the title off of him based off of what happened at the end. When you do take a title off of somebody like Gunther, you can do it knowing Gunther is far better now than he was before he had the title. Because I remember the Gunther that beat Ricochet for the title and the Gunther that we see now. And while we can all say Gunther always done been good, Gunther to me has not always been this great. Gunther is evolving, and obviously he'll be better even more so now in the future than he is now. But to see where Gunther has evolved to is just amazing. Gunther is absolutely he one of the rare people who the wrestling community constantly said that it's going to be great. It's going to be great because the wrestling community do that to any white dude that can do a couple flips and whatnot. But Gunther is actually legitimately a phenomenal champion. Not to mention, no shocker that the internet turned on Gunther because he ain't actually just one of those white dudes that you love, like the Young Bucks or Kenny Omega or Adam Cole. You know what I'm saying? This big old foreign white dude with an accent that come in and mean mug you and just slap the shit out of your chest. You don't like him. But you can't do nothing but respect him now. So I love where Gunther done come to. For Matt Riddle, I'm be honest, I truly believe he would have been fired if Vince McMahon was still in charge. Triple H probably won't fire him because Triple H is a pussy. He ain't gonna fire nobody. He think everybody should have a job and a spot on the roster. I don't think Triple H is a businessman. I think Triple H is still a wrestler booking a show, even though the show wasn't booked like this when he was a wrestler. And I don't think he would have been okay with the show being booked like this when he was still wrestling, where you just bringing up a whole bunch of NXT guys and whatnot, having them do to some of the stuff. But that's neither here nor there. What I will say is, I don't know where you go with Matt Riddle, bro. I really don't. I told you, before he had left on that long hiatus he went on, Matt Riddle was a clown to me. They had absolutely murked his character with this Randy and all this dumb shit and constantly doing the RKO and all that. He basically lost his character in trying to be something else. I just don't know what you do with him right now. I think he need to be repackaged. Having him just continuously be a pothead character is really not going nowhere. It's clearly a ceiling there for that. So, and I'm not saying there's nothing you can't do with Matt Riddle. I just don't think the trajectory that he on right now, not feeling too confident in it. Now, at the end of this match, Drew McIntyre made his return. So I'm guessing it's going to be Drew McIntyre taking on Gunther again. And I'm imagining this time he'll probably beat Gunther for that championship. Because I don't think you would bring Drew McIntyre back this time to lose to Gunther once again. What I will say is this is smart to just bring him back like this, because like I said, Drew McIntyre is a wrestler who really can't fight for no title other than the main title based off of how they done booked him. Even though he one of the most boring characters in the company, because he don't adapt to no storyline. He literally is the same character through everything. And his character ain't interesting enough and don't go have enough depths to be the same character through every fucking feud. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't even like a ogre. He don't have layers. So I am interested to see this though, because it's gonna be a hell of a match. I know that. So now if Gunther win this, my goodness, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy, because I would not expect that. So if Gunther was to beat Drew, oh man, that'll probably be SummerSlam, I'd imagine. Now, the next match, a match that I cannot for the life of me understand why it was on this card. Dominic Mysterio with Mommy, which, shout out to Rhea for the hairstyle. That was a fire ass hairstyle. I'm not addicted or attracted to Rhea Ripley like a lot of you weirdo fans are. I think Rhea Ripley is for a certain type of person. I'm not calling Rhea Ripley ugly. I actually can see the beauty in Rhea Ripley, but I'm not into all them tattoos and all that shit and all the dark goth type shit. But if you into that, shout out to you. But her hairstyle, absolute fire. Now, Cody Rhodes took on Dominic. Do not for the life of me understand why this match was on this card, because it didn't need to be. It was a pointless match. Didn't think it was that good of a match. And I'm not even going to spend time wasting my time talking about the match. I'm actually going to talk about other things pertaining to the two men in the match. Cody Rhodes won this match. No shocker. They were not going to have Dominic beat Cody Rhodes. Which brings me to my point of this. So many different feuds, so many different things happening. No true growth happening. Aging, no growth. Dominic running through feuds, running through L's, running through cheap dubs. No growth whatsoever. This is why I say he should have won at WrestleMania. Made no sense to have him lose of his first big feud to Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio done won millions. Obviously not millions, but he done won a multitude of big feuds. Why in God's name would that not be where you gave Dominic his first big feud? So now you got him operating off of an L. And I understand L's is how you progress in businesses and things like that. You need L's to be successful. He didn't need an L in that situation. And then you bring in Cody Rhodes, a dude who got picking up wins that he shouldn't be picking up. I cannot understand the obsession with Cody Rhodes. I will continue to say he is one of the most mid wrestlers. And this is no disrespect to Cody Rhodes. He is what he is. He is a average wrestler, bro. I have always felt like that, bro. His new gimmick, him having blonde hair, fixing his teeth, it don't do nothing for me, bro. And one of the things that irritate me about stuff like this is you don't care about Cody, bro. Like, you care about Cody, but Cody is white, man. That's why Cody can do what he do. If Bobby Lashley had to quit the WWE, went and started up AEW and came back, you'd still be booing him to this day. But Cody is a white man, so you can do that. And I'm cool with that. But I hate that y'all like to intertwine y'all ignorance with trying to tell me how great somebody is. Cody Rhodes got a cool, catchy little theme song. Cody Rhodes is the exact same wrestler that left the first time. The wrestler that y'all didn't cheer for before. Yeah. He got a catchy little coat. I don't even like the coat. I think the coat hella extra. But he got a over the top coat like most wrestlers do. He got blonde hair now. Dusty Rhodes was the American Dream. It took Cody Rhodes years to figure out that he was the American Nightmare. I get all that. It's still the same old Cody Rhodes to me. None of his matches is special. The matches that y'all keep putting on these pedestals to me is not matches where he is doing anything special. Y'all hate the Miz because y'all be like, oh, he a safe wrestler. So you telling me you don't watch any of these Cody Rhodes matches? You watch his entrance and then you straight up go to sleep. So I just don't even know how to deal with the WWE universe, bro. Y'all make no sense to me. Like Grayson Waller said, y'all cheer who y'all supposed to boo and you boo who you supposed to cheer. I sum that up to say You motherfuckers are a bunch of morons, dipshits, and assholes. Point blank, period. But I don't understand why the Cody Rhodes Brock Lesnar feud just got randomly cut in half. I don't understand what giving Dominic another L do for Dominic. I don't understand why Rhea Ripley is holding the women's title hostage now, because I knew they was going to pull this shit where instead of having her become the women's division's top prize and having her carry that division, they kept her in Judgment Day and have her continue to do things with Judgment Day. So to me, the ignorance in the booking involving this whole thing right here is really fucking irritating. I don't understand why people so in love with every decision Triple H make. The women's division, in my opinion, has looked as bad as it's looked in years with Triple H running it. And here we go. Somebody who Triple H feel like he loves so much, he watched her grow in NXT. He put the title on Rhea Ripley when she really wasn't ready to be a champion once again. And I'm not even blaming Rhea Ripley, bro. I'm not blaming Rhea Ripley. But I'm going to tell you one of the problems that I have. Rhea Ripley at no point until, and I know Rhea Ripley thinks she a beautiful woman, but at no point in time did Rhea Ripley ever come out here and care more about how she looked than what she did in the ring. Rhea Ripley care more about how she looked coming out here to the ring now than she actually do what she do, care about what she do. And I'm not talking about like Rhea Ripley personally. I'm talking about how she is presented now. That is a problem. This is the face of your, she is not Carmella or Zelina Vega. This is Rhea fucking Ripley, bro. Who was supposed to be the next one behind Charlotte Flair. The way you booked Bianca, you were supposed to be finding ways to do that same thing for Rhea Ripley. And here we go again. What does any of this do for Cody, for Rhea, for Dom? Nothing. Nothing. And like I said, I'm not putting this on Rhea Ripley because I absolutely love Rhea Ripley. While I'm not addicted to her and attracted to Rhea Ripley, like I said before, like, yeah, I'm addicted to her in the ring as far as her growth and character and whatnot, because I can see the greatness in Rhea Ripley. And I just don't understand how do they feel like they is helping her or the women's division on Raw right now? I don't know, man. But I know there's people out there who enjoyed that. And, you know, hey, if you, to the Rhea Ripley fans out there who like Rhea because of how she looked, not actually about like what she can do and things like that, to your credit, the best part in this match was Rhea Ripley and how she looked and the breast shots that they kept giving on her boobs. To see her side boob glistening and whatnot probably was the best, was probably the best part of the match. And like I said, Rhea Ripley's mohawk was absolute flames. Aside from that, and I like the all black attire, but aside from that, yeah, bro, I don't, the title, the women's title was a decoration on her at this point, to be honest with you. But, and like I said, that's not on Rhea. Not on Rhea. And before I get to this next segment, that Alabama slam that Cody Rhodes hit, that spinning Alabama slam, is hideous. Fuck that. Hardcore Holly is turning in his grave, even though I don't think my man is dead. Shout out to Hardcore Holly. John Cena came out next and was talking about like WrestleMania in London, pandering to the fans like he did for so many years. And that's when Grayson Waller came out and dropped a dime when he said, "You idiots think you real game changing, booing the people you supposed to cheer and cheering the people you supposed to boo. You're not special." So I fuck with Grayson Waller for that. But that was really the gist of the segment. He took a attitude adjustment. But shout out to Grayson Waller. I like Grayson Waller, the Aussie. I like Grayson. I watched him on NXT. I think I like that he wear Kobe's to the ring. I think clearly he gonna be a big time player in the down the line. I just hope he don't suffer from the thing that fans continue to do to dudes, where they are doing the best heel work that they could possibly do, but the crowd is so ignorant to them that it throw them all off. Cause I don't know how Austin Theory can do what he do. I'm gonna be honest with you, but whatever. Next up was the women's Money in the Bank. You know, we had Bayley, Trish Stratus. Thank you, Trish. Zoe Stark, Becky Lynch, Io Sky, my big dog. And I might have been missing a name or two. Oh, Zelina Vega was in this match. Io Sky won, the Empress of the Sky. She won this match in a swagger ass fashion by handcuffing Becky Lynch and Bayley to the ladder, basically. Handcuffing one of their arms under the ladder. It was real smooth, and how she climbed over Bayley to grab the championship. I like this for Io because I'm a big Io person. However, I'm not going to sit here and be ignorant. Just because I like Io, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, yeah, I'm so happy Io won. She was the one who's supposed to win. So many mixtures of stories in this match. I don't understand why. If none of the okay. Trish, Zoe, Becky. That's one story that did not progress by being in this match. So essentially what you did was take 3 spots from 3 other women who could have actually made this match more interesting because they actually deserved, or not deserved in a sense that they deserved to have this moment. But you would have thought to yourself, you would have had these idiotic fans think they deserve to be in this match. They deserve to have this opportunity. Instead, you just fill 3 spots with 3 people who got a story going on and have absolutely nothing to do and wouldn't have changed with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Then you bring in Bayley and Io, which I understand that story being put in this. However, I changed that. I don't have an however, because my however for it, while it did make sense, I don't care about it because I think when a story is like with Bayley and Io, where it's like tension in between their own faction, because they not competing for the titles right now, their story slipping into this, it makes sense. Cause it's like, bro, both of us want to win this. We like each other. We want to be successful. We know it's tension growing right now, but now it's really finna be tension because one of us got to win this, not both of them. So I get that. So I have no problem with that. But I'm not mad at the person who feel like maybe a more well-known person should have won. Listen, it's hard for me to be mad because I like Io and I know how good Io is. Now, I know it's going to be that crowd of people who say, well, Io don't speak good enough English. And listen, while I know it's people out there who might think that's an ignorant crowd. I understand that crowd when they make that, they might sound ignorant when they deliver it, but I know what most of them is trying to say. It's harder for them to get behind somebody who they don't understand when they speak because they can't get emotionally invested like they can for Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch can say a whole bunch of words that you understand and you can feel the passion in it. Io Sky or Asuka speaking in their native language, it's harder for us to get behind that and support it because we don't understand what they're saying, even if you were to put subtitles and whatnot. So I understand technically what that crowd is saying. However, I would say then that's where booking come into play because Io was booked like a fucking goddess when she was in NXT. It's enough talent on this main roster to where you can book her properly if she wins the championship. But the thing that's going to irritate me the most is Triple H putting Asuka in between Charlotte and Bianca. I hate that. I don't think that was necessary and it didn't need to happen. I just got a feeling that he going to throw Io in the middle of it also. He going to put Io somewhere that don't make no fucking sense. When you could just start a fucking heater of a rivalry with Io and Rhea. This is what Rhea been waiting for. I know people keep obsessing over Rhea, Bianca, but the reality is Rhea is not on the level of a Bianca. It's just not there yet. Rhea can get there one day, but she not. You kept throwing Rhea in these matches with Charlotte and she really shouldn't have even been in any of those matches yet. Because down the line, Rhea and Charlotte will have a match that's actually the match that they always was supposed to have. Not a match that y'all keep boasting up because y'all like Rhea. One day they gonna have the match they supposed to have, but Rhea is not on that level yet. This feud that she have with Io, a person that the crowd is behind, that is phenomenal in the ring. This is a phenomenal feud to give Rhea. and to give Rhea to win. Because getting her to beat Natalya over and over ain't doing shit for the roster. For the women's division or for her. Getting her to beat Zelina Vega, somebody who didn't even embrace her heritage until that one pay-per-view because it was in Puerto Rico, ain't doing shit for her or the division. But that's just my 2 cents on that. The one thing I'll say from this match, Trish Stratus, shout out to her for being this old and still being able to do this, because I know she got a fucked up nose. In this match. I saw it halfway through the match. I don't know how she this old still out here doing this. Shout out to her. Couldn't have been me. Thank you, Trish. That's what I got to say about it. Thank you, Trish. Because when Trish give you things like this, it feel like the only thing that's left to say is thank you. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, Trish. Now, the next match was Seth Rollins taking on Finn Balor. Now, for the build up that this match had, boy, the ignorance in how this match ended. I'm telling you, man. Jesus Christ, bro. Once again, bro, I just don't understand the fucking booking, man. And I already know people gonna say it's me. And the interesting thing about the way I think is people hate the way I think now, but down the line, everything that I'm saying now, you start to feel later. I'm a writer and somebody who likes storytelling. So I'm not dumb enough to where I don't need this. I can't see the plot and all the things that's supposed to be happening in this story until it get to that point. I can see ahead of time that this don't make sense and this is going to be a problem down the line. But maybe that's just me. This half-ass story they tried to tell with Seth and Finn, where it's a legitimate story that could have been told there if they had to just slow-paced it. Instead, they decided to rush it. Not only that, you put Damian Priest in, you give him the money in the bank and have him screw up the match at the end of the match. And then I thought to myself as this match ended, wait a minute, this don't make no fucking sense. So basically, is you finna destroy the Judgment Day? Like what? I'm baffled. I'm confused. I'm utterly disappointed in the fact that they cannot figure out how to properly book this entire fucking faction strong unless it's jumping edge. It makes no sense. But sure, WWE fans will eat it up because y'all probably could care less because Seth Rollins won. Speaking of Seth Rollins, the title that he holds is a clown title. Some of you like to bitch and complain about, oh, Roman Reigns on never, which I continue to say it's unbelievable to me that you people call yourselves WWE fans, but you don't understand storylines in wrestling. So that continues to be amazing to me. But you keep talking about Roman don't show up. He don't defend the title all the time. Whatever. I could name all the classic feuds Roman done gave us in all the matches. This Seth Rollins defending the title like 20 times in a couple weeks. Bro, it's no prestige in that. He not making that title look good. He making it look like the 24 title, the 24/7 title. He making it look like the USA Championship when John Cena defended it every week, bro. It's no prestige in doing that. Why can't they stop being lazy and actually make a legitimate story, lengthy, elongated story for this championship to build up its prestige? What y'all essentially doing is allowing them to tell you we can only do proper booking with Roman Reigns. For nobody else, though, can we do that. And y'all accept it every time. And I'm baffled by that. Because I'm somebody who actually been rooting for Seth before he got the new catchphrase or the new little song. Because y'all booed him for a long time. Then he started to act real flamboyant and you randomly started to cheer him. And that's odd. Because Seth Rollins as a face is not better than Seth Rollins as a heel. But you think he better as a face because you was tired of seeing Roman Reigns win. And you wanted to see Seth Rollins. That's who you decided was deserved to take the title off of him. But when Seth Rollins was giving you some of his absolute best motherfucking work as a heel, you kept saying he didn't deserve it. You booed him. Mind you, I will never forgive y'all for booing Seth and Roman for motherfuckers like Dean Ambrose. Who, shout out to y'all for loving Dean. He ain't nowhere near the talent of a Seth Rollins and a Roman Reigns. Nowhere near. And if I could have booked Dean Ambrose, I could have got him close. I'm just telling you that right now. It's an image that I have in my head for Dean Ambrose. That would have been money. But nonetheless, Seth Rollins did end up retaining this Goof Troop type title that is looking like right now. Probably going to be some feuds and tension in between the Judgment Day. But with the booking all over the place with Judgment Day and with the goofy title booking of Seth Rollins, none of this shit really mattered. I'm just completely being honest with you, bro. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be ignorant. None of that shit matters based off of how they done booked these things. I'm just being honest with you. And the main event of the evening, the Civil War between the Bloodline. Listen, I might not have been the biggest fan of how this story done progressed to this point. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really like that these motherfuckers is fighting each other this early. I felt like it was so much stuff left for this team to do before they got to a Bloodline Civil War, because my irritation with the Bloodline Civil War is, so obviously you know what Roman Reigns and these dudes love each other. They blood. You already know they love each other behind the scenes. You already know they doing everything they can to put each other over, clearly. But it was so much more story to tell before we got to this point. It was so many more family members that could have been involved in this story before it got to this point. I know how great and how high the heights looked right now, but the Bloodline had nowhere near reached their peak, which is why I was irritated that they lost to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, because Triple H was more interested in giving the fans something that they wanted to be happy about than actual storytelling. The Bloodline still had levels to go. They still had more story to tell. You just had to keep it interesting. I don't understand how this ain't a big 10 people family. Then they go to war because of so many different opinions and differences on how things is run with that many different people. But instead, what you do is have the Usos lose and just have Roman Reigns turn into a tyrant because of the losing. It's just so irritating to see how Triple H is booking some of the shit that he booking. And I know it sound like, oh man, Saint, all you doing is complaining. And it would be some people like, well, I don't want to, bro, I don't care if you think I'm complaining, bro. I really don't. Stop watching. I'm not finna be one of them. Like, I saw this dude named Oshev trying to give his honest opinions about a video game. And the whole time he kept saying, man, I really don't want to feel like want you to think I'm complaining, because fans will try to dick suck companies just because. Bro, if I don't like something, I'm going to say it. Just because the same way I praise stuff that I like, I'm going to tell you I don't like something. I done gave WWE more than enough praise to where I can do what I'm doing right now, bro. So if you don't appreciate me shitting on this, fuck you. Because you go and watch the other YouTubers shit on WWE all the time, but you cool with it because they shit on people that you don't like. So go suck one. Now, like I was saying, it was so much more story to be told before these motherfuckers turned on each other. A civil war between the Bloodline should have been a huge year type of event, not something that happened at one pay-per-view. It should have been something that we saw broke down within the Bloodline, not within Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and the White Knight Sami Zayn ruining everything. I can't tell you how irritated I am with that. That's why I kept telling you from the beginning, this culture vulture white man that they done put in this story, and I'm not saying that Sami Zayn is a human being, I'm talking about the character wise. I could never understand it. To have this white dude play the role that they had a white dude play in this story, and to now continue to have him play this type of where the Usos never came to their senses until a white dude got into their, like, what? Like, it's so many things that irritated me about the way Triple H booked this story over the last couple years. But it's been the most decently booked thing compared to everything else on the show. But I do not agree with a Bloodline feud happening. I definitely don't agree with the Usos winning this match tonight, even though I do understand that the Usos should have won this match. But this is my problem. Why would you logically do the logical thing now when you keep doing illogical shit throughout everything else? Because logically, the Usos should have won. They're the greatest tag team all time, along with the New Day. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa got one match under their belt, and they lost that. So it's no way that they should be beating the greatest team of all time in the Usos. But then I would flip that and tell you this. If you agree with that logic, well, you tell me the logic that had the Usos lose to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. So when it comes to this thing, man, I listen. Rushed booking, hurry booking, in between good booking and slow booking and good storytelling and bad storytelling, it's getting a little bit convoluted here and there, but I can still see the vision in the forest from the trees and whatnot, and I understand the goal and the vision, and I get the vibes. So I ultimately do understand it, but I'm just being honest with you right now. To me, this storyline it should not have been this early where tensions arose in the bloodline, bro. It was so much more story and before we got to that point. Nonetheless, I did enjoy the pay-per-view. I'm not gonna not rate this shit because I always rate the pay-per-views. On a scale from 1 to 10, I think is what I usually give it. I would probably give this one a 5 or a 4. I'd probably give it a 5. Because it was a lot of great action, even though I didn't understand a lot of the storytelling and results and things. My favorite match would have probably had to be I'll probably say the main event. The main event with Roman and the Bloodline was probably my favorite one. I don't know, man, because I'm kind of biased because I love EO so much. Yeah, I'll probably say the Bloodline one. Drip of the night. While I'm not a fan of Rhea Ripley, what she had on, the tit shots was dope, and her hair was absolute fire. She definitely won hairstyle of the night and most glistening tits of the night. But fit of the night, I would probably. It was a point in the match where I was watching the main event where Roman and Jay and them boys all looked the same. Where I was like, this shit is hilarious, bro. This got to be the dopest feeling in the world. For Roman Reigns to put Jey Uso over. I do, on a positive note, full circle type shit, I love that. The main event, Jey Uso pinning Roman Reigns, the first one to pin Roman Reigns in like 3 years. I love that. Drip of the night, though. Fit of the night, I feel like I'm being unfair if I give it to Becky Lynch. But she the only person who's fit that I remember off the top of my head immediately. Because I absolutely love I always look for Becky Lynch's fits during pay-per-views because I know she never gonna disappoint. Oh, also, man, it was some times on the other night where Michael Cole just sounded terrible on commentary, bro. Him and Wade Barrett to me is just not a great group. I'm just be honest with you. I'm not enjoying that shit at all. Yeah, I'm probably gonna give it to Becky though as fit of the night, bro. Becky just got this thing in a vice grip, bro. I absolutely love Becky's fit. But you know Bayley my babe, so you know I love Bayley. Thickums over there. I hate that Bayley keep wearing all these ugly ass colorful clothes again as if she babyface Bayley. But I love Bayley. But shout out, you know what? I'll probably give it to listen, bro. Anytime I see EO walk to the ring in Drunken Monkey, it's just such a treat to see how she got that shit down. So fucking, like, bro, she could be on Tekken or whatever game it is, Street Fighter, whatever game it is to have that character. I love EO. But I probably would give it to Bayley, bro. Becky. Because Becky had the nice fingernail polish going on, the nice fire ass fit going on, the nice hair to match it going on. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Becky has been undefeated unless Bianca don't show up. But her and Bianca have been on another level when it comes to these fits. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So, shout out to them. Shout out to every wrestler who performed on the show. It's never easy to do what they do. I might have been critical of some things, but I'm never critical of what they do in the ring. They are all absolutely amazing. They put their lives and bodies on the line all the time to do what they do, and I appreciate it. I absolutely do. So shout out to every single one of them. With that being said, I appreciate you for joining me on another episode of Wrestling with Saint. Tell somebody you fuck with them. Tell somebody you love them. You can be anything in the world. Choose to be kind to somebody today. Like, subscribe, share. Saint out.
I got the moves like hot sauce. Lil' mama taking the top off. I'm laying down getting topped off. After this, you know she getting knocked off. I know she loving the money, so I keep on thumbing and thumbing. She say she horny when she taking shots, so I keep them coming and coming. Now I'm putting dick in her tummy, scoop her up like I'm raking the summers. You would think shawty red track, the way that she running and running. You getting dumber and dumber, you out here chasing the bone. After she finished from giving me dome, the Uber is taking her home.